Now this is cool. It's beginning to look a lot like poinsettia season. Hey everybody, Chris Beytes here from GrowerTalks magazine, and we are at the NG Heimos Millstadt Young Plants annual Christmas poinsettia trial and open house. And this is the 15th annual, I believe. And to find out why Heimos would do this 15 times in a row, let's talk to one of the ringleaders here, Amy Morris.
Chris, welcome. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
15th annual
15
poinsettia
years.
trial and open house. Why do you do it? It's got to be a lot of work.
Actually, we started it 15 years ago when I was up at Cultivate, our OFA at the time, and a couple of the breeders said that a couple of the major breeding comparison trials were going out of business, like Purdue and Iowa, and they asked if we would take this on since we bred everybody's, since we grow everybody's poinsettias. So I'm like, yeah, how hard can this be?
How hard can it be? How hard is it? It's a lot of work.
It takes a lot of work, but you know what? It is always a great success, and we enjoy doing it. And you know, we're people, so we love having people come visit us. So
How many? And
well,
what are they coming to see?
In the next 2 days, we have about 400 people coming total, and they're here to see 170 varieties that are shown out here. So we have broken down by breeders, plus we have it broken down by the comparison on the tables. And then if anybody wants a tour, they can go through the greenhouse for tours.
Because you've got how many acres of greenhouse with how many more poinsettias?
We got about 50 or so more acres. We have about 1.5 million poinsettias growing currently.
So these people aren't just trialing poinsettias, they practice what they preach. So you really know what you're looking at.
Well, if we don't, we try to fake it really well.
All right, well, Jen Zurko and I are going to go talk to each of those breeders.
Great.
One of them's not here to talk to in person. Well, I talked to him yesterday.
Perfect.
That's Andrea Lazari. And we're going to see what's going on in the poinsettia world for 2023 and beyond, I guess. So thanks for having us, Amy.
Well, thank you, and you're welcome to go anywhere and see anything.
We're going to do it.
Mi casa, su casa.
All right, let's do it.
I'm with Gary Vollmer of Selecta One, and he's going to talk about his pick of the trials today, which is Christmas Candle. Right, Gary?
Yes, it is. Christmas Candle is a new variety for us for 2023. We're very excited about this variety. It's a high medium vigor variety. You can see here it scales up very nicely in a 10-inch pot. It's a very upright habit. It has early coloring and late flowering attribute, which gives it exceptional shelf life. And the other thing is, this is the variety that we're saying you don't need any rings. So if you look here, you can see it's not even close. It's not even within a couple inches of the ring. Extra strong stems, very steep V angle, combined with a very large bract. So a very modern poinsettia, modern breeding poinsettia, and my favorite, Christmas Candle.
So this is one that Amy Morris has been begging you to introduce for 5 years, correct?
For 5 years, she's been busting my chops to get this to market, but I wanted to make sure, we wanted to trial it thoroughly. We wanted to take it to all markets, from homestead all the way up into Canada, to make sure that it would work in all regions. And after numerous years of trialing, we're very comfortable with this variety. And again, because it's such an important variety with that long shelf life and that very steep angle, we're out to try to eliminate plastic, save cost, and get the ring out of the process. So that's the role of this variety. Excellent large bract and no ring necessary.
Okay, great. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
We're looking at another red poinsettia, but that's okay because red poinsettias are, what do you think, 90% of the marketplace?
95 maybe?
Maybe more.
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe more.
102% of the market.
Very
No.
important.
Reds are important, says Kat Wolper from Beacon Camp, one of the breeders here at NG Heimos Millstadt Young Plants. Which one are we looking at here?
So,
Beacon Camp.
yeah, so this is our Robin Red, a new red introduction in 2019 for commercial.
So it's only
So,
been in the
yeah.
market for a few years.
Just for a few
How's the
years.
acceptance been?
Actually really great. So we're seeing more and more growers who are focusing on zero heat delay and early season.
And that's the attribute of the robin.
Yes.
Robins.
Yes, yeah.
Zero heat delay. You say growers down even Florida, South Florida.
Yep.
Pure Beauty, Knox.
Yep.
They're growing this, no
Yep.
heat delay.
Zero heat delay.
But I grow in Michigan or New England.
Yeah, so still fantastic for the entire North American market. So no heat delay in the South and performs fantastic.
That sounds pretty good, but I need colors.
Yes,
I need
yes,
colors,
we
man.
understand that. Okay, so we do have.
Are there colors?
There are colors. There are colors. We heard you in advance.
And Lauren has them back here. Lauren Bloom, appropriately named. Tell us what we're seeing here and when we're going to have them.
So we introduced last year Robin Pink. So these are mutations of the Robin Red, and the same benefits: zero heat delay and a nice compact plant.
Right, and then this is available. This was introduced to the market last year.
Correct. Yep.
you
So
can
commercial
get this
last
one
year.
now, you can get the red to go with it.
Yep.
This is pretty marble, however.
Yeah.
White.
Not quite there. So 2024 for a commercial introduction. And again, it's a mutation of the Robin Red. So the same attributes, zero heat delay.
Very good. And you said the breeders are selecting for a nice deep pink center on this one.
Exactly. So we want it to pop and really stand out at retail, and also be a really nice combination if you wanted to do a tricolor pot.
Perfect. Now, what if y'all want 4 colors? There seems to be one.
It's like you read our mind. So we are working on expanding Robin as well with a white, hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years. And it's been so well received that we just want to keep expanding this family of robins.
So
Yeah.
you need a zero heat delay poinsettia, and who doesn't? Especially you southern growers. Robin is the one. Thanks,
Yeah,
ladies.
that's really
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for the time.
There's a venerable old name in poinsettias, and that is Eckie. And yet we just talked to a young guy, a horticulture student here, who'd never heard the name. That's scary, Steve.
That's scary. That's not what I
Because
want.
you grew up at the Eckie Ranch. Just
30
now,
years.
right?
30
That's
years
right.
with Eckie.
We're here with Steve Reinhardt, former Eckie employee, now a poinsettia breeder, breeding on those Eckie
Yeah.
genetics. And what have you created from the Eckie genetics?
Well, a new poinsettia that's called Ranch Red. So
Why
what
is
better
that?
name, huh?
The Eckie Ranch, keeping it alive with Ranch Red. Now, this is first year in the market now?
Yeah, we've experimented and put a lot of trials around the country, but in 2023 will be the first year that it's commercially available.
All right, tell us its attributes.
Okay, this is a great traditional look. When you see this plant, you see Cyathea, and you see the traditional flower type habit that a consumer would envision in a poinsettia.
Yeah, Osvaldo, pan across the display of them down here. We can really see those Cyathea popping out of there.
And
It does
it's
look
much
like
more.
a traditional poinsettia,
I mean,
right?
To a grower, it means a lot more. It's early, week 46 going to week 48 in finish timing, strong stems, so it's a mainstream variety.
But people are talking about early color, late flowering. Is that an attribute here? You want shelf life.
You know, that's what I want in my breeding. I want a heat tolerance, and I actually don't want Cyathea to blow out too early. What I want is the bracts to expand early and a grower to have an option to take it to market on week 46, but Cyathea that holds well into the season.
All right, and you're bold enough to say this is one of those, it could be one of those mainstream points.
Yeah, we've
like
had
some of those old names we know. Annette Haig,
yes.
Freedom, those old varieties.
And Prestige.
You're thinking this could do it.
Oh, this will do
All
it.
right, well,
yeah.
we'll come back and see.
Okay, let's see how it
All right, and we're waiting on some colors too, yeah?
yeah, that is under work.
Oh.
So, yeah, this would be a great variety to expand the full palette. So we'll try to do that.
All right, good luck on that, Steve.
Okay. All
In the
right.
meantime, keep that Eckie name out there, I guess,
I will.
right?
I will. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Sure, girl.
I'm with Rebecca Simmonsma from Doing Orange, and she's going to talk about the newish candy cane. That's new, right? And then the difference between a candy cane and red glitter. Okay.
Yeah,
tell me
so
about
we're here today at the Millstop Poinsettia Open House, and one of the varieties I'm most excited about is candy cane, which is here on my right. What I like about candy cane is it's an early glitter type. So in other glitter genetics on the market, they tend to be late to flower and overly vigorous for the grower. Candy cane naturally times with that November 15th to kind of 20th time frame when we know that consumers are looking for novelties. So natural timing is perfect, and it's also got nice controllable habit too. So it's really grower friendly. It's got that really striking jingle bell type pattern. Another thing I'm excited about this year is we embarked on a really rigorous poinsettia improvement plan at our farm in El Salvador to make sure that the varieties of poinsettias that we offer to growers are true to type. And when I say true to type, I mean that, it's not showing any kind of reversion to a solid color. I'm really happy to say here today at Millstadt that we've been successful and we're seeing very little reversion in varieties like candy cane.
Rebecca, so the timing is different for candy cane and red glitter, but you had talked about kind of consumer preference with regard to novelties.
Yeah, so we know with novelty sales that consumers prefer that novelty before Thanksgiving, and so that's the challenge with a variety like red glitter is that it's late to flower, and so it's going to come in naturally after Thanksgiving, and that's typically when consumers are buying more of the traditional reds and whites. So that's what's great about candy cane is that it naturally times in that early selling window when consumers are looking for novelties. It's a really applicable variety to a lot of different container sizes too, really controllable vigor, and so it can work in 4 all the way up to 10-inch containers. Don't have to add a lot of extra grow time to get it to work in a larger container, but it doesn't need a lot of PGRs for a smaller container too, so it's just really grower friendly.
Oh, well, I personally like the novelties, so this is great. Thanks so much. Yeah, no kidding. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
There's a lot of red poinsettias here at the NG Heimos trial. There's differences with all of them, but this red is more different than the other reds, says Matt Blanchard. With Syngenta flowers, also today pretending to be with Express, who now owns the Syngenta poinsettia varieties.
Syngenta has licensed our varieties exclusive to Express. Express has a global license for our varieties. But we have one new intro that was bred by Syngenta, which will be a 2023 new intro.
All right, so we should have we got to get them an Express shirt for you. They're doing you a favor, Express. Anyway, and you've read the news in Acres Online about that deal, but these were bred by Syngenta, so he's going to talk about this newest red one we just alluded to. Pick it up here. It's ruby red.
The color of that, Chris.
Well, it's aptly named, Matt. It is definitely, when you compare it against the more scarlet reds, this is deeper, richer, bluer, as they say.
Yep.
It's a real standout. Tell me,
right.
Other than the color, tell me the attributes.
That's
of
right.
Ruby
Her
Red.
name is Ruby Red, and she is a mid-season variety, so this will time for Thanksgiving sales, an 8-week variety.
All right. So
this was first selected for the foliage, but it has some other attributes. This nice dark foliage, beautiful bracts that contrast with the foliage color.
And these have been colored up for a while too, and they don't seem to be fading too badly at all.
Exactly.
Holding that ruby
if you
color.
go through this trial, there are some varieties in here that are fading, but this one's holding up really well. Nice, large, beautiful cyathea, which are attractive, and contrasting with those ruby red bracts.
What kind of pot sizes would you?
This one I would recommend for 6.5-inch pots to 8-inch pot sizes.
More vigor. Okay.
Where I think ruby will really shine is in combinations. You want to see a neat combo?
Yeah, that's that. You did show us, and
Yes, Chris.
that really makes a contrast. Pretty much anybody's white you could put with that.
Exactly. Anyone's white would work with this. This here in my hand is Alpina white from Lazari breeding.
There you go.
And you can see the contrast you get with that pure white brack against the ruby color.
And you did admit too that there are 100 and some odd reds in the market. You're thinking this is a little more of a novelty red.
A novelty
to go with
red.
The burgundy type.
Exactly. This could be an upgrade for some of the traditional novelty burgundy colors. So,
All right.
great new addition for 2023.
Another red that's not a red, it's a ruby red.
That's right.
Express, bred by Syngenta. I think you got that figured out. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
That really looks good. That pops.
It does, yeah.
One poinsettia breeder we didn't get to include in our video was Lazari. Andrea Lazari, global product manager for the company that bears his family's name, had to leave early, but I promised we'd show a few of his varieties. We'll start with the one he's holding, Aida Red, a vigorous 7.5 to 8-week variety with strong stems and an intense red color. Carmen Red is new for 23. It's bright red with medium-large bracts and a 7.5-week response time. Carmen Red is good for 6-inch and larger pots. Maestro Red has medium vigor and a medium to late timing, 8 to 8.5 weeks. With thick stems and a nice V habit, it's suited for all pot sizes. Finally, a concept, Superba Poker. Superba is their glitter type of poinsettia. Poker is a 4-color collection of glitter types: red and marble, red and pink and marble, and dark glitter. It's called Poker because there are 4 suits in a deck of cards and 4 colors of Superba Poker.
So Christmas Bells is a great variety. It's got, very nice bracts, and the way they're formed, the involucres are really nice.
Oh, what's an involucre?
An involucre? Jen, give me my lab coat. An involucre is defined as the whorl of bracts surrounding a central bud or group of buds. In poinsettias, we would think of that surrounding the cyathea. The best way is, let's take a look. This is an involucre, this is an involucre, this is an involucre. The whorl of bracts that makes any one involucre is very nice. It lays beautifully, has the oomph of Christmas. Notice the whole involucre lays very flat. Contrast that with Christmas Candle, where you have some bracts that are up and down. And now, if you talk about involucres, you can have another descriptor on what the poinsettia looks like. Talk about how narrow or wide that whole whorl is. The involucre was beautiful. Involucre, involucre, leaf. I-N-V-O-L-U-C-R-E, involucre, from the French. Involucre! Described as a whorl of bracts surrounding a central bud or group of buds, as in a cyathea.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Good.
How many involucres do you think are in this building?
Oh, that's a good question. We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 50, 51, 388, 389, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005.